Искандерович Нигматуллин, академик Российской академии наук, директор Института океанологии имени Ширшова Российской академии наук.
Мы приступаем к последнему выступлению.
Now we are proceeding and coming to the last speaker. And as Ruslan Semyonovich said, we have social democratic or leftist approach of our ideology, and that is also reflected in the speeches of State Duma, Social Democratic Speaker Oksana Genrikhovna, and now we are giving the floor to Nikolay Kolomeytsev. He is part of the Communist Party fraction in the State Duma, and he also defends the leftist standpoint. And Nikolay Vasilievich, you have the floor. Because we are thinking about the future and not thinking about the past. Secondly, I want to express my gratitude and congratulate organizers of the forum for we see the realistic appraisals and evaluation, not only the Russian speakers, but also things which we hear from our guests. And we are now working on our major scientific platform. For sometimes some people, they say that they are funded by the budget and without yielding any results. And now let's come to specifics. And I would like to enumerate some numbers which demonstrates the type of our economy and what kind of human being is our priority. So yesterday we heard the news that the capital flow escaping from Russia is $6 billion. Then the Minister of Finance of Cyprus came to Russia to solve financial problems of Cyprus. Of this small country needs 30 billion euros. A little earlier we found out that the profit of Russian banks grew 19% and amounted to 1,084 billion rubles. Even earlier we were also advised that our golden reserves are less 84 billion than our state debt, and the crisis of 2008, when our golden reserves, the golden cow of our political elite, were 100 billion more than the corporate debt of Russia, and Russia spent for elimination of consequences of crisis more than one budget, 12.7 trillion rubles. And this is spent, from our viewpoint, inefficiently. For the priority is the speculative corporate capital. For people are speaking about innovations. The last 13 years, they're talking about modernization. They have created Skolkovo, and again in Skolkovo we see the traces of corruption. This is at the time when we have 26 scientific centers which have actual technological and scientific basis. They are underfinanced, and also the Academy of Science. So in our opinion, we don't have any liberal approach, and I can quote Jefferson: efficiency of economy depends on the active industry, fertile land, and freedom of people and commodity. And today the price to fly to London is cheaper than to fly at the same distance in Russian Federation. And a railroad in Russia, which was also very accessible, now is equal in tariffs with the air transport. That is in the largest country in the world. And I wonder if it is possible to make economy efficient in our country. And it means that it is the lack of competence in the management. And actually, there's no responsibility among the bureaucrats. And I analyzed the work of the government through the last 20 years. There is no sequence, and there is no chief engineer in the government. They never, the ministers, they never work in the branches they are leading, and the highest managers who are just saying fairly proper things, they don't have a responsibility for accomplishment of their ideas. And this is the basic ideas, because you may declare most beautiful ideas and could adopt most beautiful programs, but if you don't have a system to accomplish it and specific responsibility, who is in charge and who is supposed to accomplish these things, as a result, we get the following. We are just joining the World Trade Organizations now. I have a Chinese colleague next to me, and China continued these conversations for 7 years, created dozens of thousands of experts who defend the interests of the country and train them in the trade wars with the European Union and United States. But at the same time, China also restructured its economy, and more than 80% of all industries are localized, serious enterprises, but we are talking in a very so-called in a macro way, because there's no single country. The minister is criticizing the state and saying that the state is not efficient, and an official, a government official criticizing the state would stay in power in a civilized world for another day. And today the Communist Party of Russian Federation is proposing a program. We have 23 branch programs, and if we want to start lifting ourselves from the bottom, as where we found ourselves as a result of those reforms, we have to listen to the scientists. And I think all the recent governments, they are not listening to what the scientists say, and they don't give the money for the research, and that's why there are no scientifically grounded proposals, and another approach is required for the selection of personnel and officials. I wouldn't give a position of a minister who never been in charge of the people for, let's say, 10 or 15,000 people. You cannot do this job if you take the best professor from the institutions, from the board, but he doesn't have the practice how to accomplish the knowledge in practice. And I think the Minister of Science, there should be a person who went through the chain of responsibility from bottom to the top and understands. And today, it is just the money is, let's say, allocated for science, but those who are involved in applied in science, they don't give this money, and the money is distributed between someone else. And this is, and I agree with the evaluation of our Britain gives a very separate and separated people, limited people. They don't allow others to join the circle. And if we want to achieve any result, we have to achieve several things. Waking up in the morning and brushing your teeth, you have to answer, and what do we want?
Винни-Пухи, которые хотят нам счастья и удачи, да ничего
The
подобного.
world is tough and nobody wishes happiness to Russia. Actually, everybody would like to take advantage. We want our children and our grandchildren be independent people, very well trained. And now the initial professional training has been destroyed, and who imposes the systems when we need a policy of modernization, but we don't have engineers for you can't bring that to practice on the industry. Most beautiful ideas and managers and bachelors, I respect those names and titles, but even in the title there is essence of profession. And finally, I believe that most of us should wake up from lethargic sleep, and the situation is really very serious. The offshore character of our character is demonstrated by the quotes. Our country is in agony, and we are concerned with the Cyprus. We are just tossing the same card. We have to attract other people. So if in the elections 12-18% of people will be voting, so we have to attract at least 70% of people who are feeling responsibility for your vote, and for those people whom you vote. That's why we have to make our society more politically responsible, and I wish everybody to understand this and join the elections in a very active way. Thank you.
Уважаемые коллеги,
Esteemed colleagues,
и сейчас уже идет кофе-брейк, но
we
все-таки
have
неприлично, если мы
proposed the
не
time for a
посмотрим
coffee
какую-то одну
break.
минуту, кто-то скажет, но только просьба не лекцию, а какой-нибудь.
Please, we would like to hear some comments or questions from the...
Спасибо, Роберт Искандерович. Я, поскольку тоже участник форума, я решил, что я имею право выступить в микрофон. Дорогие друзья, на самом деле форум — это место, где предлагаются разные инициативы и разные замечательные проекты. И, безусловно, многие ощущение, что только он дальше спасти. Это правильно. Такие люди должны быть, и они движут человечество, и один из тысячи окажется великим гением. У меня предложение, которое идет от программного информационного комитета. По итогам форума будет опубликована монография, которой мы отберем все разумные
will be published
тексты,
after
большой
the
материал,
end of the forum,
конкретные
and
параметры этой монографии
the
всем
parameters
участникам
of
форума,
this
которые
monograph
зарегистрировались,
work
пишем
will be
обязательно.
forwarded to the
Очень
participants,
и вы
and
сможете
you
для
can
всех
expose
нас
your
дать свои
ideas,
идеи,
your
в течение одной минуты от
recommendations,
микрофона, а
and not
по-настоящему
just
спокойно,
quickly
талантливо,
through
как
1 minute
настоящие ученые, настоящие
through the
специалисты.
microphone,
Спасибо.
but very in a very sensible way. Thank you.
Я в заключение
And
хотел
in the
бы
end,
несколько
I'd
слов
like to
сказать.
say a few
Вот
words.
я читал где-то фразу,
I heard a phrase that three things are threatening the humanity: materialism of the priests, ignorance of the scientists, and the passion of Democrats. So the fourth point, I think, is a very important thing here from the viewpoint of the economy. And
Неумеренные аппетиты,
so
несбалансированные
unbalanced
аппетиты
appetites are also a
процента
threat
населения, который
of
нами
the
руководит,
percentage
который
of the
присваивает,
population
имеет
which
возможность присваивать себе результаты человеческого труда.
managing our society and is grabbing the results of our labor.
Мы все-таки, наука всегда что-то вырабатывает.
Science always generates something, and economic science should generate certain kind of strategy and ideology, including the management of the country. And if we formulate what needs to be done in a macroscopic way, so the management of the country doesn't have the leverage to do that. And everybody said that money is required for different things, and we were talking about the state budget, and very often corruption is thickening the amount of money. money we could use, and we are hearing for different types of technological projects. And as I mentioned in the beginning, we need only several trillions just to save the people, the science, and what needs to be done. Two levers are required, and first, the legislation on the minimum wages at approximately equal to the cost of 1,000 liters of petrol. So the minimum salary should be 30,000 rubles. And of course, the progressive tax burden. People started to talk, but the majority of the people, they don't understand it. And the task of the forum to increase the number of people who understand these simple things. And Sviridov said, it's not easy to understand easy things. Let's try to understand. I can give you 2 trillions, right? You have to sterilize the illegal budget rule, which sterilizes the budgets, 2 trillions.